Welcome back to Plan Set 9 with the Harley Blueprint series. We are finishing up the kitchen, and we have a small little bit to do left in the kitchen before we put that on pause. And in this video, we're going to take a look at the closet, and we're going to make up a custom closet for our main bedroom suite. So over here in our tags, if you haven't already, make sure that you bring up your tags panel, clicking on the little plus sign. Remember, if you don't have a panel over here that you feel like you should, you can go up here to Window, Default Tray, and this is all the different panels that are available to you. You can also go in here and make a new tray and customize it for what you want. But if you don't have, say, the tags, you can come in here and make sure it's checked, and that will bring up the tags. Here, all you need to do is click on the plus sign. That's going to bring up a new tag. You can change the color of it if you want to. You can name it whatever you want to as well. If you don't want a tag, you can select it and hit the minus in order to get rid of it. Here, what I've done already is I've selected the groups that I want. After I created the roof tag, go up to Entity Info. In here, Entity Info, we have our instance, what it's named, volume, type, all that stuff. We also have tags. By default, it's going to be untagged. All you got to do is go down to Roof and select it. Now it's part of the roof tag. The benefit of that is that I can come in here, and no matter if I have everything into one group or not, like if my kitchen was all into different little pieces, I can go in here and make different tags for different things. So if I wanted, right now I have a roof, I have set for walls. There is all of my cabinets. I can turn those off, etc. We can also go in here and color by tag, and that will color everything by what is tagged. That way you can see if you missed anything. But let's go in here and finish up our current kitchen project. So we did have some filler spaces that we needed to cover up, which is pretty normal when it comes to putting in cabinets in a kitchen. Unless everything just completely works out fine, you're going to have little spaces like this right here where you put in a little bit of filler, because the cabinets are only come in 3-inch increments. So if the gap is less than 3 inches, you're going to have a little gap. So that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to come over here to this other side. I'm going to take my rectangle tool, going to draw a box from there, hit my right arrow key. All right, let's try it another way. We'll take my tape measure. Let's make a guide there. Let's make a guide there. And then I'm going to go from the back wall, hover over that intersection, and make a guide there. Now we can take our rectangle tool, and we have intersections that we can actually use. It should be a little bit easier for us. Once we have the front, click on the P key for the push-pull. Click on it, push it back, type in 0.75, 3/4 of an inch. Click on it 3 times, right click, and we can make that a group. Next, I'm going to go down here to my outliner panel. I have everything in a group here. I have my two countertops. I'm going to turn off this countertop, just hide it. I'm going to take this shape, hit Control with the Move tool in order to make a copy. Try not to lose my spot. Come in here, I'm going to kind of place it, move over to this corner, because I want this corner to line up with this corner. So when you're moving things, always try to move it from corner to corner. It makes things a lot easier to move. From here, I need to move this up. So grab it, hit the up arrow key, try to grab it from this bottom and pull it up. We'll right click, edit group, P key for push pull tool, drag that down to there. If you ever get lost in your walls or in space and you lose your project, you can click zoom extents and that will zoom out to where it fits your entire project. So here we are kind of done with our kitchen for now. We can bring back our countertop, and that's kind of roughly it for now when it comes to the kitchen. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our closet and get started with the closet. So this closet is roughly 5 foot 8 inches, almost 9, and deep, and then 6 foot 2 inches, 3 inches wide. I'm going to set it up to where we have the female kind of side of the closet on this side, a more male side on this side, and then a stack of just cubbies here in the center. That still allows you room to get to each side of the closet. Financial wise, doing this out of wood and everything, if you had all of the cutting pieces or you had Lowe's or Home Depot to cut it, would be around $200 if you wanted to include things like screws and paint and all that stuff, maybe a touch more. But it's going to be built out of everything that we're going to do is going to be made out of 3/4 inch plywood. And then maybe some filler spaces underneath. So for here, we're going to go ahead and measure some stuff out. So for this side over here, we're going to go over here from the right side. We're going to go over to the left 2 foot. And then from there over, we're going to go 1 foot. From the very bottom going up, we're going to go 3 foot 8. Here, we're going to go 0.75. To the right, 0.75. And from going up, 0.75. Let's take our rectangle tool. I want to just create a rectangle going down through this whole entire rectangle for now. Take the push-pull tool, click on that, pull this out 16 inches. Click on this 3 times, right-click, and make it a component. Let's take our Move tool. We're going to drag it from this corner, hit Control, drag it over to that point. Next, I want to take my rectangle tool again, and we want to make a rectangle on this measurement right here. Pull this out 16 inches or inference that other side. Triple click on it, and I'm just going to make this a group. I'm going to go ahead and erase these lines so I don't get them confused. I'm going to take my tape measure, go from this bottom going up 6 foot, and go from there another 0.75. Let's draw in our rectangle. Take our push-pull tool and pull this out again, 16 inches. Right click and make that a group. For this next one, I want to go ahead and delete these. Take my tape measure, go from this left side, from the very top, we're going to go 3'4", and then create another 0.75. From here, let's right click. So let's right click, go to edit component, take my push pull tool and pull this down to the underneath guide for that top row. Both of these are components, so they'll both go down the same size. Right click, close component. I'm going to select this one, take my move tool, make a copy of it, drag it up to the very top so that it lines up. Right click with the push-pull tool, edit it, and we're going to bring this over all the way to the left-hand side, and then close up our groups. So what we have is we have a double row of hangers, a full long one for like dresses, coats, that kind of stuff, and then we're going to put in little cubbies here every 1 foot. So if I can come in here, rotate our mouse around, take my tape measure, go up 12 inches, go from that 12 inches up 0.75, and again let's take our rectangle tool, draw in that rectangle, and pull this out again to that 1'4". I want to turn this into a component. I'm going to take my move tool, click on the very top, hit Control, move it upwards. I'm going to type in 12 inches, hit Enter. Then directly after that, I'm going to hit X. Let's do 6, Enter, and let's see how many we did. So I'm just going to scroll out, move up. All right, yeah, went one too much, so I can click on this last one and hit delete. So now we can go in here with our eraser tool and we can erase all of our little guides. Over here, I'm going to take I'm going to go to my outline panel. I'm going to kind of close up everything that we don't need. I'm going to take all of these components, select the top one, hold down Shift, click on the last one. I'm then going to hold down or click the arrow tool, hold down Shift, select the rest of the few little pieces, right click over here on any of the blue areas and go to Make Group. From there, I'm going to right click, name. I'm going to go closet, bedroom, left side. These two right here, we can select both of those, and I'm going to drag those down to the kitchen. That way I put it in that kitchen group. From here, we can go over here to the other side. Take our tape measure. This one is roughly the same way. So we're going to go from this left side over 2 foot 1.75. From there, we're going to go over 1 foot, and then we have our 2'7" on the other side. Exact same thing we did on the other side, 0.75, 0.75. This is, again, it's going to be a row of shelves. Over here, we have 3'6", 0.75. And then from the very top, we're going to go again 3'6". And 0.75. Let's take our tape or the rectangle tool, draw in our rectangles, push pull tool, again 16 inches. Make this one a component as we're going to copy it. Move tool, we're going to copy this, move it over here. Take our rectangle again, we're going to put one this location. This one needs to be, triple click on it, a component, copy it, and bring this up to here. And actually what we're going to do is we'll right click, make this unique, grab the push pull tool, edit this component, and let's drag this one across. Because we made it unique, it is no longer a part of this one, so we could drag it all the way across. We could drag this one across as well, and again we could make it unique again. Right click, so now we'll have to, let's go ahead and delete that one. Take our rectangle tool and we'll just draw this one in. Push pull and pull this out, and let's turn this one into a group. We don't need our guide, so let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go down here to the very bottom, take our tape measure. Here at the bottom, we're going to go just like what we did on the other side. We're going to go up from the bottom 12 inches, create our space for our piece of wood, 0.75. Draw in our piece of wood. Triple click, right click, make component. Use your push pull tool or the move tool. Hit control, we're going to move this directly upwards. I want this every 12 inches. Hit X, 5, enter, and it should, if I find out where I'm at, give us that right there. Here what we can do is you can leave it this amount of space, as that is probably, that's 1 foot. If you want to, or design this however you want to, you can space those out a little closer, whatever, however you want to plan on doing it. But from here we are done with this right side, so we're going to take our eraser tool, clean up our guides, let's take our selection tool, hold down Shift, click on all of our different pieces, right click, make this a group. Over here in our outliner panel, click rename, and we're going to do the same naming convention as the other. The main thing to remember whenever you're designing these, I made both of these the exact same, so that way it's a lot easier to know what to cut whenever you're setting out all your cut things for if you're building this. We do have one more small section. I am going to build up a little cubby, kind of like these right here. But that we're going to do that in the next video, along with starting to create some of our windows. So hopefully this helped you out. We will worry about the tags in our next episode as well. But stay tuned for more episodes in this SketchUp Pro series on my channel and on this playlist.